going on, guys? This is Nate from the Scrub Academy welcoming you to our very first test hand video on the channel. In our previous video, we did go ahead and profile my Brilliant Fusion Fluffal deck for you guys. That was more of a budget-friendly Fluffal deck that I was really enjoying playing at locals. I am looking towards making a more competitive deck with a little bit more expensive cards, so stay tuned for that deck profile as well. But today I just wanted to do a couple test hands for you guys, just to show what kind of hands and fields this kind of deck can put on the field and whatnot. So I'm going to go ahead and do probably 2 or 3 test hands for you guys. We're going to start out going second every single time because that's what this deck does. And we'll go ahead and we'll see what we can do trying to break boards and figure out that sort of thing. I did already shuffle my deck for you guys. We're going to go ahead and cut the deck right now. Make sure that I'm not stacking the deck or whatever. So starting off, we got our 5 cards here. And we're going to go ahead and see what we started out with. So we did start out with a Foolish Barrel of Goods, Patchwork, Bear, Chain, and a second Foolish Barrel of Goods. So we got some things going on here. We got some Foolish Barrel of Goods. We can get some toy vendors going. We got Patchwork, so we can get some fusions going. So when we're doing these test hands, we really want to think about how our opponent's building a board. We got to try and get around it. We got to see what we can do. So we're really looking forward to trying to make a field, I should say, that involves getting over either big fields or just getting some kind of disruption in there, anything at all. So we are going second, so they're going to go ahead and build their board. We don't have any kind of hand traps in our hand. You can see right here on the screen. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to go second. So we'll draw our starting card, and it is an Interrupted Kaiju Slumber. So that is actually really, really good for us as well, depending on what we're doing here. So let's say that our opponent's field can be destroyed by Interrupted Kaiju Slumber. There's nothing on it that stops it from being destroyed by card effects. So we'll go ahead and move our hand over here first off because our field's a little bit crowded right now. So we'll set them off to the side right here. So we'll go ahead and we'll activate our Interrupted Kaiju Slumber. I'll grab my deck, see if I can find... Alright, so here is a Gamma Seal for my opponent. Give you the weakest one I can. And we will go ahead and we will give myself a Dogron. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and shuffle up the deck real quick. Alrighty, so now we have Foolish Burial, Patchwork, Bear, and Chain. We're going to go ahead and activate a Foolish Burial real quick. We already have our bear, so we're going to go for sending a toy vendor to the grave. That way we can add a dog to hand. So we'll send our toy vendor so we can add a dog. Dog is there, so we can add our wings. So we're going to go ahead and activate our bear. We can go ahead and set our toy vendor. And then we can normal summon our dog. And that will add us our wings. Alright, we're doing things. Now the question is, do I want to go ahead and send that wings off the toy vendor? Or do I want to do something else first? So we're going to go ahead and activate the toy vendor. Interesting thing about the toy vendor here is that you can activate the card itself, but not actually activate the affected discard right away. So that way you can kind of see if you can bait them out and see what they can do. So instead of sending the wings right away, we are going to go ahead and add. So we're going to activate our Patchwork, and we will add Polymerization. And since we already have a Chain, we're going to add the Sabers. Now after that, we have a dead Foolish Barrel of Goods since we've already used it. We have Wings, Chain, Poly, and Sabers. Kind of interesting. We do want to get that Wings to grave as soon as possible. So what we're actually going to do is we're going to take our dog and our Dogron and go straight into our Lanphorhynchus, just so we can get ourselves a Link Monster with a couple arrows on the field. I feel like that's more important than just attacking over the Gamma Seal with the Dogron. We can get over that some other time. Alright, so after that we're going to go ahead and let's see here. What do I want to do? I think the next thing I'm going to want to do is activate the toy vendor, because we already have fusion stuff on the field we can deal with. That's fine. So let's go ahead and activate the toy vendor, and we're going to discard the chain. So chain's effect will activate because it's sent to grave, but first we have to draw and reveal. So we're going to go ahead and draw, and it's going to be an owl. So we'll go ahead and special summon the owl over here on our far left. Owl will go ahead and activate on summon, but chain link and chain also goes off as well. So we're going to add a polymerization, and we will add a fusion, right for fusion. Alright, so we got some things going here. Alright, so we already got rid of a few of their things. Let's say they have, got rid of their monsters because of the Interrupt Kaiju Slumber, so let's say they have some back row. So let's go ahead and activate a polymerization using wings and sabers for our tiger. Tiger will go ahead and pop the back row. Not too worried about any of that. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to activate our wings and grave. So we'll go ahead and banish it. And where's that bear at? There's the bear. And we will draw a card. So we got called by the grave, send our toy vendor to the grave, draw again into another toy vendor. Don't think we can use that right now. And then we can go ahead and add, let's go ahead and add our cat, because I should be able to put enough damage on board. Alrighty, so after that we have owl, tiger, Lanfrincus, a whole bunch of stuff in hand. So let's go ahead and we will activate our polymerization, and we can go ahead and use this tiger and cat into good old Sabertooth. Sabertooth effect will activate chain link 1, chain link 2, chain block it, it'll be cat. Cat effect will add back that polymerization I just sent to the grave, so it'll come back, and then tiger will come back as well. After that we'd have polymerization again for Sabertooth and owl into a second Sabertooth. That will go ahead and bring back our other Sabertooth, so we have that on the field. We've already taken care of a lot on their side of the field. So just to finish it off, what we can do is we can activate the Fight for Fusion. And because we have both chain and sabers in the field, or in the grave, we can go for either a Kraken play, and we can go that route, or we can actually go for a wolf, depending on what they have. We do have enough on board already to push for game, so I'm not too worried about that. Just to be sure though, we are going to go ahead and banish our chain, and we'll go with this cat we just used. And we'll just go for a safe play of Fight for Kraken. I've made mistakes before where I've gone all out and banished everything in my graveyard for wolf, and just ended up with a bad time. So let's go ahead and go for the Kraken play and just be a little safer. So that's our ending board. So we can go ahead and we can activate Kraken to send a Gamma Seal. We don't need to though. So let's go ahead and calculate damage real quick for you folks. So we have each of these Sabertooths are giving off 400, so that's 800, plus a Tiger, which is giving off 300 per Fright First, so that's 3, 6, 9, 12. So 12 plus 4 is 16, plus 4 is 2,000. So we're giving off 2,000 attack per attack, or per monster I should say. So we have a 4,400 Sabertooths, as well as, that's what, 8,800, plus a 3,900 Tiger, and then a 4,200 Kraken that can attack twice, and then the Lanfrincus, but I'm not really going to count that because that's not really anything I care about too much, even though he is really, really good. So just the Fright for monsters alone is enough for game. Don't even need to worry about the Lanfrincus. And we can just kind of attack over the Gamma Seal with our Kraken. Attack again. Tack, 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 and we're good to go. So that is our first test hand. Worked really well. I was really surprised because a lot of times you end up getting really bad hands and just make a fool out of yourself. So that is our first test hand for you guys. I'm going to go ahead and shuffle up the deck for you, and then I will be right back and we'll do our second test hand. And that might actually be the last one for you guys, just because these take a little longer because these Fluffal hands are really complicated and combo oriented. So I'll be right back for you guys, so stay tuned. Alright, we're going to go ahead and shuffle the deck up for you guys real quick, and we will go ahead and do our second test hand of the day for you. Give ourselves a nice little cut, like so. Alright. Now, like last time, we're going to be going second. We're going to let them build their board. We don't play any hand traps, so we can't stop them. We do side a couple of them, though, so if we do need to go in second, or like game 3, game 2, whatever we need to be doing, we can side those in. This is just test hands to see how the deck will be going first. So let's go ahead and draw our first 5. We have a Called by the Grave, we have a Edge of Sabers, a King of the Swamp, Polymerization, Brilliant Fusion, and alright, so our 6th card is a Dog. Now, in the deck profile, link below down in the description, click on it, check it out. I talked about how Dog was one of the best starter cards in the deck because it allows you just to add cards and figure out what you need to do. So you can kind of add whatever you need that has a Fluffal in the name, so there's a lot of things you can add if you need it. So, with this hand right here, let's go ahead and we'll activate our Brilliant Fusion first. And we can send our Wings and our Garnet to the grave as I hit my camera to summon Sephironite. We can also say that they had like an Ash or something, so let's go ahead and Call by the Grave the Ash. And then we can normal summon the Dog. Dog effect will add a Bear because we already have Wings and Grave, so we'll add that. Activate Bear effect, discard it to set a Toy Vendor. There's that. Set Toy Vendor. Activate the Toy Vendor. Now we don't have anything that we actually want to get rid of right now off these 3, obviously. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this Sephironite and the Dog into our Land Ferinkus. There's a reason that card is like $3 or $4. I went out and just straight up bought the deck, the structure deck, just so I can get that because I didn't want to order it in the mail. From there, we can activate the Bear, or the Wings, banish it and the Bear to draw a card, Polymerization, send Toy Vendor, draw a card, Dog, alright, and then we can add with Toy Vendor, and we'll go ahead and we'll add, what do we want to add here? Let's add Penguin. Alright, so let's go ahead and shuffle the deck. Give it a nice little cut. And we should be good to go. Alright, so from there, we need to figure out what we want to do. So we couldn't destroy any of their field this time, so we're going to be doing some chain blocking with our Penguin. So we're going to go ahead and activate the first Polymerization with our Penguin and our Edge of Sabers for... Where's he at? There he is. Tiger. Get that out of here. Now Tiger effect will be Chain Link 1, Chain Link 2 will be the Penguin, that way we can actually chain block. That way they can't strike the Tiger, they have to try and hit the Penguin instead. So Penguin will allow us to draw 2, so let's draw 2, Factory, and Fusion. Fusion we don't need, so we can go ahead and discard that for the Penguin cost. Tiger will go ahead and blow up the card, whatever they have on the field, whether it be monsters or spells, traps, whatever. So now we have Factory, Poly, King of the Swamp, and Dog. So depending on what we want to do here, we can go ahead and activate the Factory. Factory effect will banish that Brilliant Fusion that we had. We'll banish that, and then we can summon with Dog and Tiger for Sabertooth. Sabertooth effect will bring back the Tiger. And then from there we can actually just go ahead and activate Saber's effect, bring it back by putting the King of the Swamp we had in our hand back on top of the deck, and then we can activate the Poly we have in our hand with the Sabertooth, those two into another Sabertooth, and then Sabertooth to summon Sabertooth, so we'll just put you there. So now we're sitting on what? We're giving 4, 4, and 3, so that's 8, 9, 10, 11, so 1100 attack. So that's going to be 35, 35, which is 7, plus... what? 3, 35, 35, 3, so that's 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's 10,000 11,200. 11,200 total after we blew things up with Tiger. So that's pretty good field right there for you. This one's a little faster. I kind of knew what I wanted to do with it. Yeah, so that's the two test hands with the brilliant Fluffals for you guys. If you did enjoy, or you enjoyed it, let me know down in the comment section below. If you did see things that maybe I did wrong, or things that you would do differently to maybe end up with like a bigger board, let me know about that in the comment section as well. But if you did enjoy this video, make sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and yeah, I'll see you guys next time with the new expensive Fluffal deck. I'll see you guys later. As always, my name is Nathan from the Scrub Academy, signing out for now. Peace out.